If you use the birth control shot Depo Provera and you've since been diagnosed with a brain tumor, you're probably wondering what the Depo Provera lawsuit actually is and whether it applies to you. This video breaks it down in plain language. Depo Provera is a birth control shot made by Pfizer. Women in the lawsuit say Pfizer knew for decades that the drug could cause a type of brain tumor called a meningioma. They say Pfizer never warned patients or doctors. Meningiomas form in the tissue that covers the brain and spinal cord. Most are non-cancerous, but they can still press on the brain and cause real, lasting damage. Two major medical studies back up this lawsuit. A 2024 study in the British Medical Journal looked at women who used Depo Provera for a year or more. They had about 5.5 times the odds of developing a meningioma compared to women who never used it. A second study in JAMA Neurology came from Cleveland Clinic and Case Western Reserve University. It found the risk was nearly 2.5 times higher overall. The risk was highest for women who used the drug for more than 4 years, or who started using it after age 31. Here's how the timeline unfolded. That British Medical Journal study came out in March of 2024. The first lawsuits were filed that October. By February of 2025, federal courts had grouped all the cases together in one court in Florida to keep things efficient. Then, in December of 2025, the FDA approved a new warning label for Depo Provera. This label specifically covers meningioma risk. That FDA approval mattered a lot. Pfizer's main legal defense was that it had proposed a label change and got turned down. Pfizer said that meant it legally couldn't add a warning on its own. That defense fell apart once the FDA approved the warning in December. If the change was possible then, plaintiffs say it was possible years earlier, too. Legal teams following the case believe this is a big part of what pushed Pfizer toward settlement talks. On June 15, 2026, Pfizer and the plaintiffs' legal team reached a settlement in principle. That means they've agreed to settle, but the specific terms, like how compensation will be calculated, haven't been made public yet. It's an important step, but it isn't the finish line, and a lot of details are still being worked out. Here's something New York residents specifically need to know. This settlement does not cover every case. Several states, including New York, have Depo Provera cases moving forward independently in state court, outside the settlement. If you're in New York and you've been affected, you shouldn't assume a national settlement fund will automatically apply to you. So what does a meningioma actually look like day to day? Symptoms can include headaches, seizures, vision or hearing changes, memory problems, and changes in personality or speech. The next video in this series walks through these symptoms in more detail, along with when it's time to see a doctor. And if you're wondering whether you qualify to file a claim, that depends on a few things. How many injections you received, whether your meningioma diagnosis is confirmed by imaging, and how long you used the drug. The next video in the series covers the full eligibility picture. If you or someone you love used Depo Provera and was later diagnosed with a meningioma, you don't have to figure out what it means alone. Michael Gunzburg, PC, offers a free, no-obligation case review, and the firm works on contingency, so there's no fee unless there's a recovery. Call the number on your screen to talk with someone today.